Split ends are one of the main reasons why a lot of people are not retaining length, and it's because you're treating the entire process wrong. The truth is, you can't fully repair split ends, but you can prevent yourself from getting more, and you can improve the appearance of the ones that you already have. If you don't know me, my name is Angelica, aka Angie B. I post videos all about growing long, healthy, and great looking hair every single week. So if that seems interesting, consider subscribing. The subscription button is right down there, as well as the bell icon. Make sure you hit the bell so you get notifications every single time I post, and consider subscribing to my membership, where I post some membership only content. So if that seems interesting, consider joining that. Let's get into why you're treating your split ends all wrong. So for the longest time, even though I knew that your hair is always growing, I felt like my hair was not growing. It was staying at the same length for the longest time, and I felt like I was doing everything and I still wasn't retaining any length. The truth is, your hair is always growing. Every single day your hair is growing. Every single month your hair is growing. The reason why your hair is staying the same length or maybe even getting shorter is because your hair is either breaking faster than it is growing or breaking at the same rate that it is growing. So if you grow 1 inch of hair a month, which is highly unlikely, but if you grow 1 inch of hair a month and then you break off 1 inch of hair in that same month, your hair will be the same length. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can prevent the split ends, what to do when you start noticing split ends, and how to get rid of them to make sure that your hair looks amazing, and how to use the most simple, quick methods to keep your hair looking, feeling, and growing healthier. So before we get to fixing the problem, you actually have to discover what's causing the problem in the first place. If you don't know what's causing it, you'll be forever fixing the problem without solving the root cause. The first and most important cause of split ends is dryness. How do you combat that? By moisturizing your hair. And there's 3 main ways of moisturizing your hair. The first is to always deep condition on your wash day. The second is to always use a leave-in conditioner after a deep conditioner to maintain the hydration that you got from the deep conditioner. And the last one is to add moisture, especially to your ends, multiple times a week, 3 to 5 times, 7 if you can. And this is by using literally like 1 drop of a serum or moisturizer on the ends of your hair and then sealing that in with an oil. That will make a massive difference. And now let's get into the next cause, which is excess manipulation. When you're constantly styling your hair and trying new hairstyles and combing it and brushing it and retwisting it and braiding it, all that manipulation is mechanical damage. You might not see the breakage immediately because you may hardly see any hair around you, but that touching your hair and fiddling with it every single day will be making micro little tears, micro breaks in your hair, and then all of a sudden you're just like, I've been doing everything to my hair, I'm moisturizing it, I'm combing, I'm detangling it, I'm doing all these different things and it's staying the same length. It's because you're over manipulating it. The next thing is the misuse of heat. If you're using too much heat, that's going to cause split ends. You should never be using heat more than once a week, and you should never be using heat at a higher temperature than what your hair needs. So look at your hair density, look at the thickness, look at the texture, try and find someone or a professional stylist who's using heat on someone with your kind of hair texture, and then find out what heat setting they're using. Test it out on your own hair and then keep fiddling with it until you find out what works best for you, and then go from there. Another thing is, because I mentioned that breakage is one of the leading causes of split ends, if you cut your hair, it's just cut and it's blunt. But if it breaks, it usually splits after it breaks. So it's broken, and then the remaining hair that stays there is splitting. So the more you manipulate your hair, the more you dry your hair, the more you're causing more breakage, and that breakage is going to cause more split ends. And then one that's not talked enough about is friction. And of course, there's friction from your pillows if you sleep on cotton pillows, and if you don't wear a bonnet or a satin scarf. I like to do both, which is wear a satin scarf and then also be on a satin pillowcase. But we leave out friction from clothes. So if you're trying to prevent split ends and trying to keep your hair looking great for longer, you want to make sure that your ends are more often than not away from your hair. You can just use a loose satin scrunchie to fold your ends over, put your hair in like a really loose bun, or you can put your hair in a claw clip or any kind of hair clip that keep your ends away from clothes, because when your hair is rubbing against all your clothes, that's catching on the fabric and causing more split ends. So now that we know the main causes, let's talk about how to prevent them and treat the ones that we already have. So let's start with prevention. Like I said, your ends are the key when it comes to retaining length. So your ends are the oldest and driest part of your hair. So you need to find a routine that's just for your ends. Of course, you want to take care of all your hair and have a routine for that. But if you focus on maintaining your ends, it's going to change the overall look of all your hair. And so that's why I said I have that night routine of putting something on my ends every single night. I put a serum. My favorite serum is the Kerastase 8-Hour Night Serum. And recently I've been loving it's basically the L'Oreal version, which is the Midnight Oil Serum, something like that. And then I follow up with an oil. And for me personally, I like an oil that's more of a serum. It makes my hair feel softer. It makes it look better. And I put this on my hair 4 to 7 times a week, and it's made the most massive difference. So find a moisturizing routine for your ends, and trust me, you'll start retaining so much more length. And another thing I mentioned is breakage. It's one of the biggest causes. So another prevention technique you can do is have extremely low manipulation styles and be very gentle when you are detangling your hair. My favorite tools for detangling my hair are a regular wide tooth comb and a tangle teaser, the one with a handle. Now, it forces you to go in smaller sections, which is even better because your hair is less prone to breakage if you're doing it in smaller sections. And I always comb my hair from the bottom, making my way up. And that entire routine reduces breakage. And again, less breakage, less split ends. And then when it comes to heat, I actually have a whole video on how heat is not your enemy. It's the misuse of heat that's your enemy. If you use heat correctly, it can actually prevent split ends and breakage because your hair is in a stretched state. You have only manipulated your hair maybe once a month. If you do it like me, I blow dry my hair and then I put it in mini braids or mini twists. And then I wash and deep condition and maintain my hair while it's in those twists before I unbraid it again, wash it again, and blow dry. So I'm not using heat that often. And when I do use it, I use it correctly. And I always use a heat protectant whenever I use heat as well. And I use the right tools, which is my GHD blow dryer. And more recently, I've started using the Dyson Airwrap ID. It's a game changer. My hair absolutely loves it, and I would highly recommend it if you have the budget for it. Now, the part that a lot of people avoid is getting micro trims. So this is like almost every other time I blow dry my hair. If I see any split ends, I'll do just a little micro trim. I'm talking about like 1/4 of an inch just to maintain any split ends that are lagging that I might have missed. And if you trim your hair slowly, you basically won't be losing any length. You barely notice the length. While we are here, I want to address something that irks me every single time I see it. I think people with natural hair, people with type 4 hair especially, or just the natural hair community in general, we have this obsession with cutting hair in order to grow it. Now, like I mentioned, trims are important. You can't treat a split end. You can only cut it off and improve the look of it. So if you have split ends, cut them. However, we are obsessed with if a small part of your hair has damage, let's get rid of all the hair that's healthy too. I see videos coming up on my feed multiple times where someone has like a V shape, or more importantly, an inverted V in their hair, where a back part of their section experienced some kind of breakage, maybe because they were wearing ponytails that were too tight, maybe they dipped their hair in really hot water when it was in braids, or something just happened. And because that one little back section of hair had maybe like 4 inches of damage and see-through hair, they then cut all the hair to like a micro bob. And I'm like, if you want a micro bob, that is the perfect opportunity to go ahead and get yourself a bob. But if you are in a hair growth phase and you want the longest, healthiest hair, and you've been growing your hair and you want to retain as much length as possible, in my personal opinion, that's absolutely unnecessary. I've seen multiple hairstylists that just cut the damaged area and find a way to style it in a way that the rest of the hair can match around it. And eventually it will catch up and blend. So many other races of people, when they have damaged hair, a hairstylist is going to create like a whole recovery plan for them. So they're trimming their hair slowly, but all the rest of their hair is completely getting pampered, and they're doing all these different things, and they get rid of it slowly. And before you know it, all their hair looks full and gorgeous, and they didn't have to do a big chop. But we see one little section of our hair and we're like, big chop, I need to cut off all my damaged hair so that we can get back to long, healthy hair, and every single strand must be healthy and thick from root to tip. I personally think that's really unrealistic. And I recently saw a hairstylist who does it in the way that other people do it. And I was like, we need more stylists like this. She was doing someone's hair and she had like a really bad patch at the back of her hair, and she sectioned the bad part of her hair. And so like maybe like all the way up to behind her ear, she had like quite a bit of damage there, and she trimmed off all the damage and then the rest of her hair came over and she just trimmed that like a regular trim. And so she's got shorter hair in the back, which you literally can't even tell when her hair is styled. And as it's growing out, and our hair always seems longer at the back because it's at the nape, it's gonna catch up. Everything's gonna be sorted out. So please don't get scissor happy. And if you don't trust your hairstylist, find another one who you know is not going to unnecessarily cut off all your hair because you have one bad little patch. So now let's talk about actually treating the split end, which is what I just basically said. You can't treat it, you can only cut it. However, that same treatment process also makes a big difference. Aside from not cutting off anything unnecessarily, you also need to use cutting shears. If you're using craft scissors, kitchen shears, anything like that, when you cut the hair, you are going to fray the ends. Think about making ripped jeans when you cut the jean and then all the ends fray like that. That's what you're going to be doing. You're going to be creating an even amount of little frays at the ends of your hair. So you want to use a very sharp pair of scissors that are made for your hair. And if you're not sure if your hair salon is going to have like extremely sharp scissors, buy your own, get a pair on Amazon and take them with you to the hair salon. I trim my own hair, so I just use my own. But if I was going for a trim at the hair salon, even though I wasn't sure that they were going to have a pair, I would just have a pair in my bag as a backup, just in case I see them and their scissors looks like really old and a little blunt. I would whip out my scissors and say, here, please use mine, and you will get so much better results. And then when it comes to improving the look of them, I would highly recommend using a more sticky serum or oil like the ones that I mentioned, because your ends will just all be collected together and it will look smooth and shiny, and whatever ends that are like slightly split that you missed, they will just improve the appearance, and it will also prevent you from getting more split ends from that hair splitting even further up. In addition to that, I would suggest you really give your ends a break by keeping your hair in a very low manipulation protective style where you don't have to constantly restyle your ends, and the only thing that you're doing is adding more moisture and oils to seal that moisture in at the ends of the hair. So if you've struggled with split ends, or you currently have split ends, or experienced an unnecessary big chop, I would love to know. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit my face right there to subscribe if you didn't in the beginning. Watch this video for something different just for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!